Ciao belli, welcome to a new video. Actually, if it's the first time you check my channel, well, you're more than welcome. My name is Mamo and on my channel I talk about camera gear, video making, I give some tips, tutorials, that kind of stuff. So hit the subscribe button and once again, welcome. I'm very happy because it snowed outside a few days ago, so it's all white and it usually brings me back to my childhood. But anyway, we're here to talk about gear and we're gonna talk about the Godox ML30. And we're going to talk about how these lights and the kit actually of these lights can help you out with your YouTube studio videos right after the intro. If you're interested in a specific subject about the light, then check the timestamps in the description tab. Otherwise, just keep watching. But let's talk about the Godox ML30. This is the smallest light of the Godox lights family. It's a bicolor light as well, which means it can reproduce a temperature of the light from 2800 Kelvin degrees to 6500 Kelvin. So basically it reproduces the light during the day, so from morning till afternoon when the sun is high in the sky, and it goes from a yellow color to a very white color. Talking about the watts of the light, it's a 40 watts. So the name doesn't really stand for the watts. So the name is 30, but the watts are actually 40. The light comes in different kits. You can buy the light separately, and also there's just a white light, which is the ML30. This is the ML30 Bi, which is bicolor. So you can buy the individual lights, but also they come in kits. The one I've got comes with two different lights, bicolor lights, and as you can see here, this is the ML30 Bi K2, which is the kit number 2. It basically comes with two lights, but there's also a kit that comes with three lights, two ML30 and one ML60, which I reviewed previously, so go and check it out. That's a great light too for your YouTube studio videos. If you want to check out all the kits available, I recommend to go and check the Godox website. You'll see detailed information about the different setups. Features of the Godox ML30 and actually about the kit. First of all, padded case. You must know by now how much I love cases. It's so handy. It really makes the whole experience great. It really makes it portable. Everything fits in this bag. In this case, fits anything you see in this table by two. Well, apart from the stand. So it fits two lights, two reflectors, two diffusers, two adapters for your tripod. It comes with a battery pack. The batteries are not included actually, by the way. And it comes with 4 different adapters for the mount, so for the battery pack, and 2 different cables with 2 different lengths to connect the light, for example, to the battery pack. Also, we have 2 different soft boxes still in the bag. To mount the light on a stand or on a tripod, for example, we have different options. We have this adapter. There's a 1/4 thread under the adapter, and we have 1/4 screw thread on top of the adapter. So you screw this under the light, and now we can mount the adapter on a tripod through the screw thread, but also we can remove that and just use it on a normal light stand. That's the first option. The second option is the handle that you can see on this tiny stand, which doesn't come with the kit, and it works exactly the same way. There's a screw on the top, a 1/4 screw on the top. You just place your light over there and you're ready to go in no time. Also, these are handles, so you can remove it from the stand and just take it with you. So if you place the battery in the battery pack, and actually these are Sony NPF 970, again, they don't come with the kit. You need to purchase them separately, but you can simply attach your batteries here, a couple of batteries, and now the light is completely portable. You can take it outside with you, maybe nighttime, and take the shot you need right there. It's quite light as well. It's very cool. I love the Godox product. The build is great. It's professional, it's metal apart from the back, which is made of plastic, but it feels really nice and solid, and also it's very strong. The knob here can support some of the bigger soft boxes. As you can see here, this is a 90 centimeter soft box. So if you need a bigger diffuser, you stay assured that the ML30 can support that. I haven't told you yet that I'm actually lit up by one of these lights. So the second light of my kit is right there as a key light, and that's how I look. The power is 100% right now, with 2 layers of diffusion and also a honeycomb grid. So a lot of diffusion there. Still, I look all right. For YouTube videos, I can already recommend it. In terms of setting of my camera, if you're wondering, I'm filming at 24 frames per second, shutter speed 1/48 of a second. The ISO is 200, so really low ISO, and still I'm bright enough for this type of videos. The iris is set at f1.8. I want to talk about the diffusers now, because they are quite interesting and revolutionary if you wish. The light comes with 3 different diffusers, at least my kit. I've got a soft box right here that we're gonna check together, and then I have 2 of these silicone soft boxes, and they are collapsible, which means they can be used in different ways, and I show you right now. You can literally collapse different parts of the diffuser. The front, for example, or you can collapse the back, or you can collapse everything. In these 3 different ways, the light will behave in different ways. So you might be able to change the direction of the light, which means that's gonna influence also how the shadows of your objects look on camera. So this is the first one. It's like a sphere, but also we have the rectangular softbox, and again this is collapsible, so this is the full size, but it can be reduced like that, which means the diffuser will be closer to the light. The softbox itself comes with the reflector, which is in a squared shape. We've got 4 different arms to keep the softbox open, 1 adapter, and also we have 2 layers of diffusion and 1 honeycomb grid. Well, yeah, you need a bit of time to set it up, but there you go, it looks really nice, and we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna replace it with my 90 centimeter softbox and see how I look. Here I am, that's how I look with the tiny squared softbox from the Godox ML30. Still pretty good. Of course, it's a tiny softbox, so the light tends to spread all over the place, while with a bigger softbox you can direct the light and actually reduce the boundaries of the light a bit more. But still, if you're on a budget, I think this is a great kit. What I want to do now is to take a couple of tests, and I'm gonna turn all the lights off, and I'm just gonna use the 2 Godox ML30 Bi to create a few setups, and also we're gonna test out all the different soft boxes, the reflector, and so on, and see what we can do with only 2 lights with the kit I have right now. Also, we're gonna test the fan noise. Let's get started. This is how I look, actually. Let's start with this. This is how I look with only 1 key light right there. And again, if you're on a budget, that could be enough. I think actually it's quite powerful. I could reduce now the brightness of it, maybe to 70%. But this is a pretty good starting point. And fan noise, nothing there. So as we're checking the fan noise, actually, let's turn these on as well, which is very close to the mic. And really, for YouTube videos, I think it is great. There's a bit of fan noise here, but that's like 10 centimeters away from the light. You will never do that. So if you keep the light on a stand somewhere far away, a meter away from you, the microphone will not pick up any noise. But also there's an option here where you can turn the fan off completely. That's interesting. Something I just realized as I was changing the brightness of the light. When you turn the fan off, the maximum power you can reach with the light is actually 50%. So you can't go in terms of brightness over 50% if the fan is off. What I'll do now is to place the second light at the back as a fill light, as a hair light, if you wish. I'm gonna place the reflector on as well and change the temperature to 5600 more or less to match the settings of my camera. I think this is too bright actually, so if I go to 3%, this is how I look with the 3% hair light. Probably I can go to maybe 10, much better now. So that's your first YouTube video setup with only 2 lights, the Godox ML30. You can also buy an extra adapter from mini Bowens to the standard size Bowens, and you can attach also honeycomb grids, any other kind of diffuser belonging to the Bowens mounts. So literally is very versatile, and again you can manipulate the light as you wish. So this is a very basic setup with just the reflector on the fill light and a tiny softbox on my key light. I'm very curious to check now these 2 softboxes, and you know what, I could actually add one right instead of the reflector. Let's see how that works. Before we do that, actually I forgot to mention why bicolor lights are very important in a way, because as I mentioned, they reproduce the different temperature of the light during the day. So if this light is too white for you, you can go to a warmer temperature, which gives you that kind of orange and yellow color. So if you're shooting outside, for example, you can match also the time of the day and the color of the light at that specific time. And we're gonna test it out. Let's actually make everything a bit warmer. I'm gonna start with a rectangular softbox. The light is definitely much softer, but also I think it's spread out all around the room. And I think this is gonna diffuse the light and spread the light even more. So we're gonna test it out maybe with some objects. I don't think that's the right use of the softbox. Probably you wanna use the rectangular softbox as a key light, right on the key light right here, for example, and I'm gonna do it right now. And here I am again with the rectangular softbox. Again, that's definitely too spread out. So as a key light, you wanna use a bigger softbox, more directional. So I guess you can use these 2 diffuser to reproduce a daylight, all-round daylight. And we're gonna test it out with the backlight again. I'm gonna put it at full power, 100%, and try to make it as bright as a day light. I just replaced this softbox with a small rectangular one, and I'm gonna place the sphere on the fill light. So the fill light is now at 10%, guys. Let's try with this round softbox, and let's try to reproduce the daylight at the back. So this is 50%, but that's 100% now. And as you can see, if you hide the light, it could kind of look as a window brightening up my room. So let's say I put it behind me right there. It could look like a window that spreads light. See, if you match it with natural light, you can definitely be creative and enhance once again the light, the brightness and the quality overall of your videos. Now it seems that the natural light actually reflects against the wall, but it's not actually true, because as you've seen, that's completely an artificial light. It's great, good combination of natural and artificial light. Let's say we are in the early morning or late afternoon when the light becomes warmer. Let's switch the light to warmer temperatures then. Let's go down to, let's try actually, 2800. That's the maximum in terms of warmth. And I'm gonna change the key light as well. Here we are, where we are yellow right now, so it's not great for YouTube videos, but for films, you could actually use them in a lower temperature. Once again, if you're shooting outside, it's a great way to match the light temperature of the sun. And let's try, if I open this up, maybe it's still too yellow, so I can leave one yellow, the fill light, but I use the key light in a brighter color. Here I am. I think that's a good mix. So we now have a kind of a sunset fill light at the back, but we still have a main key light, a bit colder and more white. Still talking about brightness and slow motion, I'm not sure if you can use these lights in studio environment for slow motion shoots, for example. So as I mentioned, right now I'm filming at 24 frames per second. Unless you really push the ISO, I don't think you can use these lights with 2 layers of diffusion and the honeycomb grid. So if you only use the reflector on the lights, and again, if you push the ISO, maybe you can, but otherwise with these settings, I don't think they are the right light for you. You need more powerful lights. Maybe the ML60 or the VL150, for example, which I reviewed. Once again, go and check it out. And also we're gonna talk about the effects, because these lights actually has pretty cool effects. We have a total of 21 different creative ways to use the lights through the effects. We have fireworks, and you can choose the intensity of the fireworks, intensity 1 or 2 or 3. We can go to thunderbolts or flashes. We got the TV effect. That's pretty cool. Then we have the candlelight. Ooh, romantic. All right, that's the first test. I'm using the soft tent, completely opened, and the power of the light is 20% right now. So have a look at the shadows of the lens and the reflectors on the wall. We're gonna spot the differences. So that's the first shot for you guys. And now we're going to fold the tent. And you can see already the shadows are more neat and more visible. So that's the first diffuser we have. We're gonna put the dome now, the spherical one. These are the shadows without any diffuser. So the shadows are nice and soft right now. Let's try to fold the back first. And also I think this is gonna change the temperature a bit of the light. It looks much whiter right now. Now I'm going to unfold it and fold just the front. And you see the light is a bit more yellow. And let me know about the shadows, because I'm not really looking. And I'm gonna fold it completely now. And the shadows become neater and the temperature changed again, as you've seen. It's more yellow now because the softbox is closer to the light. Look at this. So what do you think about the ML30 Bi? Personally, I think it's a great kit, especially if you purchase the 3 lights kit. So 2 ML30, but also I think you need the ML60 to really complete your lighting setup. Also because the 60 is more powerful, so you can really use it as a key light with all the diffusion layers, with a bit of slow motion, and you can use the ML30 as backlights or hair lights. They're very portable, and as you might know, I review a lot of portable gear because that's what I do in terms of jobs. So I usually travel and commute a lot, also through different countries with my gear. So I need something compact, and then I can put in a bag, fly on a plane, you know, go on a bus, go back home, commute on a train, and so on. Definitely, it's still a quite heavy pack when you've got everything in a bag, but definitely more portable than other bigger lights, and still powerful enough anyway for indoors and studio environments. But overall, great product from Godox once again. Actually, I say thanks to Godox for collaborating with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have some questions about this light or other questions about video making, content production, whatever, tutorials, let me know in the comments tabs. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the subscribe button. It's really appreciated. Thanks for watching. Ciao belli. I will see you very soon in another video with more lights, I think. More lights coming, so stay tuned right here. Ciao.